just to show you the overall size and the footprint of this park. It's not a very large park at all, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in detail. And this is on the PS5. We're at 95% here on the PS5. And the amount of detail in this park is absolutely astonishing, and which is why I wanted to start this series. This creator has done a fantastic job packing as much detail into the space as possible, starting with the car park. So we'll drive through, we'll grab our parking tickets, and we'll head over to the parking lot. We'll yield for pedestrians, of course, but I think we're actually going to hop out of the car and take a right through security. Let's hope everything checks out. It does. We'll grab our tickets and we'll head right to the entrance here. And a great entrance to a great park. Off to the left here, we have our famous mascot, Gulpy, greeting us as we walk in. We have an info booth over here off to the right, just in case you need some park maps. But let's head through the entrance, and we've got some turnstiles here, made out of the candy canes, I believe. I've used that technique before. I haven't seen this, though, using the PKE meter as sort of a ticket reader. Well done. You have the attendance right there in the back. And I've definitely used this piece from the studio pack to represent... Oh, hello, Gulpy. How you doing? I've used this as a way to replicate computers in the game. Something that is on my very long Planet Coaster 2 wish list. So as we walk in, let's take a look to the right here. We have a hall. I think this is guest services. Yeah, something like that. More computers, more attendants, some books on the back shelves. And what I really appreciate about this park is all the little things that you can't do in Planet Coaster 1, right? We all wish we had park plans and map stands. And look at this, a souvenir shop with metal detectors. Poster stands that he's used the TVs for. Look at the shelves with the jars, and I believe those are the emergency lights up top there. The book stand made out of, I think those are the TV mounts. You have the ATM machine right there embedded. And what's incredible is that the guests can use most of this. You'll see them walk through. There's a janitor right there. You have a checkout machine, much better than the vanilla cubicles that we get in the base game. You've got t-shirts. You've got this, oh my gosh, you've got this statue or sculpture in the corner. Kind of threw me for a loop there. But you've got look at this, the swords, what is this? This one of the game machines right here. And another shop. You've got just a memento. So all of this is very usable in game. And the guests can walk in and walk through. And this is what I appreciate, again, about this park. Look at that ball pit right there. Pumpkins, spiders, gargoyles. Wonder what the prices are for those. But we come out of the souvenir shop, and we have a sign here. Let's see, America, Indonesia. I think those are going to be his next couple of parks. So we'll take a gander here off to the right to see where this ends up. We have the Haven here, and there's Gulpy again. But you walk in, and this is an actual restaurant that you can walk into, and it's still usable. You've got 3 shops here, but then turn around and booths, tables, table decorations, stools, a counter, windows, floor, the ceiling, a tray return with ketchup, mustard, and relish dispensers, a soda machine. This is absolutely immersive. And there's Gulpy again, that famous mascot walking around, which I'm sure you all have in your parks. I know he's in mine. There he is again. So you walk out, and we'll take oh, look at this. Wow. Wow. This is something I know that's in Planet Zoo. You've got these kind of pop-up vendor services. You really don't have any kind of shop, but it's just a stand, you know, akin to a food truck. And we come to our first ride here, Valankar Chair. And the signs here, again, something
Salam
that's on the
tercair.
very long Planet Coaster 2 wish list. You know what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to warn you or advise you. Should you ride the ride? Should you not ride the ride? Let's go into the queue line and take a look at what this creator has done in the queue line. And I love the split level here that they've done. Right, you come in, you walk up, you go in, and there's the ride, fully operational. And even the operator's booth, you have an animatronic in here, and you've got the TV there to simulate a monitor. And I think the actual attendant is tucked away in here like Harry Potter under the stairs. Right, so we'll leave him alone and go back to, excuse the camera work here, we'll go back to the main plaza with this beautiful water feature. I know Iron Maddie would appreciate that. And we'll pan over to the plan here. And hopefully, once Planet Coaster 2 comes out, console players will be able to add their own music and their own pictures to the game. But let's head into Magical Town and head over to Dwarven Mines, because I definitely want to hit that. But on the way, I just want to call your attention to, again, the level of detail, the sight lines too. Because remember, the size of this park at the beginning, it's not very large. But it is immersive with all of the detail that is in here. So we come to this main plaza here, and oh, there's Dwarven Mines. So we'll head over that way. And it really just looks great from the path, right? You come up to this sign, and you're like, oh, what's this ride all about? And you kind of look around, you can't really tell.
Dwarven Mines.
You have to go in, right? You have to go in. And so we will. And we did not buy a priority pass. We paid for parking. We went through security, but we didn't buy a priority pass, and that's fine. Because I want to see what the regular guests would experience. So we'll go up through here. Oh, and this says enter at night. And that's what we'll do. Alright, so here we are at night in the Dwarven Mines. And the lighting is really well done here. Not a lot of folks in line, which is great for my camera work. We're not clipping through guests. There are a few. But, you know, the fact that this is all underground or in a building, you know, the rock work, the scenery, the ropes hanging from the ceiling, the lighting too, because the lighting in Planet Coaster 1 can be a little bit overpowering if you don't do it right. You really have to limit or recolor your lighting just to make it a little bit more realistic. Oh, we got a bit of a line here, but we'll skip through these folks. And when you walk in, you don't realize just how long this line actually is until you get inside. But everything in here, as a console player, you're thinking constantly, how is this going to contribute to my piece count? There goes the priority line. They're coming in, so we're getting close to the station. But everything in here, I mean the barrels, I see these 3 barrels, I'm thinking, okay, if I'm at 90-something%, how much more do I have left in the park? It's a constant fear among console players, and I know you guys will definitely understand that. But it looks like we are, there's the attendant there, just about close to the station. So if we can, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, and they just hopped on. Okay. All right, so we'll stand in this line and wait for the next train. And this will be Dwarven Mines. Fantastic coaster. Hope you all enjoy. And what a great ride. What a great ride. Well done. Super smooth. And as we exit here from the Dwarven Mines, we're greeted with another just great view of the park. I mean, all the sight lines in this park are really well thought out. And this is something that I think about all the time, right? What are the guests going to see? Reminds me of something Nerd Chacho would say, right? If the guests can see it, it's important. If they can't, it's not. And it feels like this creator really took into account everything that the guests can see. I mean, imagine walking around. I'm in free camera mode, but imagine walking around this park in plip cam mode, where you really can't see anything that's outside of the boundaries of what they want you to see. And that is park design 101. And this creator has mastered that class for sure. So we go down the stairs here, and it's still night. And really, I mean, it's really wonderful, this park at night. Zoom up here, get out of the way of that particular guest. But even the lighting, I mean, this is something, and I wish I could do a separate video on the lighting in this park. I only have so many minutes. You know, you can only do a park tour for so long. But if you are on PS5 and you do have access to this park, really come through and just do a nighttime view of the park. But I believe we have a couple more areas to visit, and that's what we'll do right now. I'm going to turn it back to daytime, and we'll see where we are. Okay, here we are. The sun is back up, and we are right outside of Skeleton Manor, where a demon has possessed the manor. We're going to take a ride on this soon, but I do want to take a look at this entire area. If we remember the story, the skeletons have taken over this manor, some sort of demon, and there he is right outside. Big crowd for this particular ride after you come right out of Dwarven Mines. And wow, I mean, wow, this building here that you're looking at, it's imposing, right? It makes you scared. Like, you know what this ride is about.
Skeleton Manor.
Here a little bit. And it looks like something that is a huge hit. I would definitely want to get on this ride. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop right in to Skeleton Manor. Follow the queue line. Inside. Looks like, oh, we have to enter at night as well. So let me hop back into night mode, and we'll continue from there. Here we are in night mode outside of Skeleton Manor, where a demon has taken hold of the manor. So we walk inside, and look, this is so well done, and I'm so impressed at what this creator has been able to do with just a queue line, right? This is just a queue line, and again, the lighting, just like we saw in Dwarven Mines, is so well thought out and so well curated. And wow, you come down in here, I think this is the main station. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And these are, I believe, the animatronics, the businessman and businesswoman. But, you know, from a distance, right, and even up close, like, they are a skeleton bride and groom, right? She's even got the bouquet, which I believe is accomplished through using one of the smallest trees that you can use in the game. But from the front, like Chacha would say, you know, if it looks good from a distance, it's all right. And from this distance, it looks better than all right. It looks, I mean, it looks super realistic. Like, that is a bride and groom. But this station, the way it opens up, is wonderful. Imagine walking in here and just having the ceiling, you know, you really can't see the top. You just see the candles coming down from the ceiling. But let's hop on this ride and see what it has in store for us. Wow, what an awesome ride. What an awesome ride that was. And the scenes, the story that was told throughout the ride was, I can't put it into words. I mean, it was great. You know, visual storytelling is definitely a hallmark of good park design. And that ride definitely told a story. As we enter out into a gift shop here, another one, another immersive gift shop. It's not and usable by the guests, right? The way that this creator has been able to implement these usable items into a space that is largely unusable is something that I really, really appreciate and aspire to. And we come out here to the same entrance, or the same exit, excuse me, as Dwarven Mines, right? You come out to the same spot. Let me pan up here for a bit, because that entire ride, all of the creative scenes, my favorite was the ballroom scene with the skeletons, and they were dancing, and you had the skeleton player playing on the organ. You had the skeleton that was being shot at by the archer, and the expressiveness, the emotion that was portrayed through the skeletons is, I mean, absolutely incredible. I mean, that's something that you really, it's just hard to replicate. It's hard to do in Planet Coaster 1. Imagine what we can do in Planet Coaster 2. I'm not even going to start going down that road. But to do this in Planet Coaster 1 with what we've been given is just a master level achievement. It really is. It really is. So we're still in nighttime here, and we still have a couple more things to see. So I'm going to switch it back to daytime, and we'll explore the rest of the park, and then that'll be about time to wrap things up. Here we are again. The sun is back up, and we are back outside and taking a look at one of my favorite sight lines of the park. I mean, it looks absolutely wonderful, beautiful, and as you know, sight lines are very important to me. Every time I design a park, I'm always thinking about the sight lines, and this one really has everything that you need. It's got a terminal viewpoint. A terminal viewpoint is something that draws you in. Think about Cinderella's castle in the Magic Kingdom. It really beckons you into the center of the park. But before we get there, let's take a beat and look at this plan here. And one of the things that I really hope for in Planet Coaster 2 is for console players to be able to upload their own music, their own pictures. I've seen PC players do this all the time, and I'm so jealous that we can't do that as console players. Hopefully that's something that is available to us just to make this park our own. But as far as this creator goes, he's really done a great job of putting his own personal stamp on his creation. I mean, everything here feels very well done, very just thought out, and intentional is the word, right? We've got the water wheel, the windmill, and especially I love this area here. It's very quiet. Oh, there's Gulpy again doing his thing. It's very intentional back here. It's quiet, someplace where after riding all day, you want to grab a drink, you want to grab a bite to eat, you need to go to the bathroom over there once you're done watching Gulpy. Someplace my wife would enjoy sitting down and eating just after a day of riding, which is all I would want to do after.